What's going on, guys? I am going to take you on a little journey today, and we're going to talk about the HOVERAir X ProMax drone that I have. It is a flying camera that basically you can fly like a regular drone if you'd like, or it flies itself and you can speak to it. Not very many drone cameras out there have the ability to catch audio. So that's something kind of unique about this guy. Also, 8K footage is available with it. Their other model that they make, the X Pro, does not have 8K, but has almost every other feature that this has. So either or may be the choice for you, depending on if you feel like you need 8K footage or not. So we will just fly it. I'll show you some other footage that I've gotten from it along the way, but I want to go take a walk in our park here, take a flight or two, and talk to you guys through the drone, as well as I'll talk with this camera so you can see what we're doing here. I do want to show you guys that it is pocket size when it's folded up. We get it out. So it would fit in that pocket. It'd fit in my sweatpants pocket, tight jeans pocket, probably not. The old one was slightly smaller and fit in probably more pockets, still very small. That is my Samsung Galaxy S22 next to it, which is the size of like most standard phones these days. So about the exact same length as it, but then a little bit wider. So it is a bigger than a phone, and it's definitely thicker. But I mean, what are we nitpicking here? This is a sweet little drone that shoots 8K. So let's film with it. I am gonna do some recording looking at it from my phone so that I can actually record the audio, because that's how it does the audio. It actually uses the microphone on your phone. Then it uses pretty quality noise reduction to be able to actually eliminate the noise of the props from it. So you'll be able to hear that when I'm showing you guys the audio. All right, let's check it out. So that's how easy you can shoot with it if you're just going to push a button on the camera itself and have it do its thing, and then you don't have to worry about your phone or anything like that. So you can fully fly this thing and make most of the adjustments from the actual camera. And then if you want to get real tricky with it and change some of your settings, definitely get into the phone app and mess with that so that you're able to like really make it what you'd like it to be. So we'll do another mode. Let's just see. No, not hover. What? Ski mode? I don't want that. All right, let's go bird's eye. So it should be doing a slow turn while it's going up, and I am gonna cheat and look up at it because I'm curious. Put my hand out and it just wants to go land on my hand. So what I have found out though is if you have like gloves on that are like black, it gets confusing. You have to really like coax it to land in your hand. All right, so I have it set to close and high. There are some Christmas lights and stuff hanging from these trees. So if I were to just take a walk and chat while recording with this drone, this is how it would kind of be. I'm gonna go this way and just kind of see if it fixes itself to the front of me. And it looks like it is. So it's doing pretty good at that. So there's times when it seems like it gets a little confused as to where the front of you is. But in general, it does pretty good. Now, what I have noticed is a really good way, like it does really good with the follow mode. It should just follow me. So we're just gonna walk, see if it avoids like some obstacles like that building over to the side. And I'm getting my shoes soaked today. We'll just kind of give a little quick stroll through the park. But like I said, this is great for somebody that wants to vlog with a different angle, or get to go on hikes and be able to actually like have a cameraman with you that's, you know, not you or your camera on a tripod, This gives like some very dynamic views of like what you're seeing. I did have it follow me on my bike, and I'll pop some of that footage up. Well, my bike's out of commission right now, so I can't play on it anymore. But let's go ahead and sit in the Santa sleigh and have it do an orbit mode around me, and maybe a bird's eye, we'll see.
13 feet, orbit.
And while it's doing it, I'm gonna sit down in the sleigh and see how that works out. I'm gonna let it start, and then I'll sit, because I don't want it to lose me. It's gonna hit that friggin' tree though. Is it gonna hit the tree? I don't think it'll hit the tree. It might. Nope, we're good. All right, I'm having it follow me back to the car. And is it recording? It's recording. All right. I'm gonna stupidly walk through the snow, and hopefully, I just wanted to kind of test it by going past some branches. And between this thing and these flags, and see how it goes, sticking with me. And I can see the shadow in the snow. I'm sure you can't see it because of the sun. All right, after this flag, I'm gonna start turning and just hope that it keeps up with me. Get onto a sidewalk where I'm not soaking my shoes. I just chose like the wettest day to walk with non-boots on. I'm probably gonna just have it land because I know the battery's getting a little low. Which, by the way, you get like 16 minutes of flight time out of these batteries, which is way better than the X1 original. All right, I'm gonna land it. All right, so in theory, you put your hand out and it comes to you. Sometimes it doesn't register it and you just kind of have to walk towards it with your hand out. Most of the time it does well with it, as long as you don't have some gloves on that off-color your hands. Could be lighting conditions, things like that are messing with it. Who knows? One thing I did notice is they are putting out updates left and right. Like there's been several firmware updates since it's come out. So I know that the people over there making these at Hover are definitely concerned with making sure that it's the best user experience that it can be. So they are taking people's suggestions and advice and they're implementing them and ensuring that things are being done to make these cameras as user-friendly and as purposeful as possible. All right, let's get back to the studio. All right, so I didn't want to go in my office, my studio today. I just wanted to talk to you guys out here, but I'm loving using this thing. I've been using it for a month, maybe a little over a month now, and I'm having so much fun with it. I just can't think of enough ways to use it. I'm gonna pop it on in here in the living room while the dogs are outside, or in the kitchen while the dogs are outside. Let me put it in hover. And I'm just gonna, so you can hear through the audio of the Pocket 3 how loud it is if you flew it inside. And think about it in comparison to my voice right now, because the mic's over here. So the mic is hearing my voice about the same distance it's gonna be hearing this from. So, all right, so we'll just hit it on. So that's as loud as you're gonna hear it. And actually, it's currently recording my audio through there. So I will flip the audio over to the drone inside the house. So, all right, we're listening to audio through the HOVERAir X Pro Max in my house. And this is how the noise reduction in it's doing. And this is no noise reduction through the Pocket 3. So that's the difference between noise reduction through here. Might not sound as amazing as standard audio with no noise reduction, but it eliminates that noise pretty well. Let's land it. All right, so that's flying it inside my house. And yes, so you're gonna get the noise reduction through the HOVERAir itself and through the app, and that's kind of awesome that you can do something like that. It's not gonna be perfect in this enclosed environment, but if you see from some of the outside shots, it actually reduces it to where you don't even really know that it's there. And I think I actually don't even have it set to the full high noise reduction. Let me check in the app real quick. So I have it set to normal. There's an extreme noise reduction. Honestly, like some noise reductions just don't sound that great. So I don't want to stick it to extreme unless I really need to. I think the normal sounds good in most scenarios though. Now, like flying it indoors, maybe I would get better results doing extreme. We're not going to do it this time, but I'm going to make plenty of other videos on this. You'll see some reels pop out when I figure out things I can do with it and stuff like that. I love this thing. I think you'd be just plenty happy with the Pro if you wanted to go that route, but if you wanted some 8K options, as well as some extra optical avoidance on the back, I believe the Pro, if I recall from when I went in and actually saw it, does not have the camera on the back, but does have sensors. So the camera does add some extra abilities to do really good obstacle avoidance and what have you. Now, I don't know if you were able to see very well, so I'm going to cover this again real quick before we wrap this up. But on the HOVERAir itself, you have the option of what you're doing, which is like where it says HOVERAir, hover right there. And then you have underneath like the settings within that. And on most of them, you can change the settings within that by pushing and holding one of the arrows, whichever side it's on, and then it starts flashing, and then you can change that. So it's track off, track on. So track on would just make it so it turns and follows you as you walk around it. As it's hovering, it's not going to move with you. It is going to stay in one spot. Now you can do some manual flying on it, and I'll show you some shots I did get manual flying. Manual flying is a lot of fun, and the controls are relatively easy. Actually, I'll do a full video on just manual flying it and kind of see what cinematic shots we can get with it and stuff like that. So I don't want to eat up too much time on this video, so stay tuned if you want to see how to manually fly with it, and if you can get real cinematic shots. Maybe you could actually use this for doing some professional stuff. Oh, let me push the button to stop that. All right, go back into this. So anything you see. So ski mode just got added in a recent update. Now people were using it to ski, but apparently they wanted to add some extra mode so that it properly follows you when you're skiing. Haven't used that yet though, but let's say dolly track. So you have two options down here. You have close and high, and I can change the close to mid, far. I can change the high to flat or low. So low would follow you actually like below eye level. Kind of interesting. When would you want to do that? I don't know. It could give you that cinematic look of kind of looking up at a subject. I tried doing the orbit low to kind of give that. Election day, I was screwing around and trying to make something fun happen. Merca. All right. Anyways, this thing's so fun. It takes some great shots. The video looks fantastic. You can even get some photos with it. I don't have many examples of that to show you guys, but I will, again, be doing so much more with this in the future. I hope you got some use out of this. I hope this gave you enough information to hopefully make a good buying decision on whether you want a HOVERAir X Pro or Pro Max. So check them out. Check out some of my other videos there, whatever YouTube recommends to you. And I hope to see you guys next time when I make another video on the Pro Max, as well as my other fun stuff. So go shoot something awesome. Don't forget to post your work. Be proud of what you make. See ya on another time. All right, peace out.